Hey Berkshire Bulldogs, Principal Ledesma here with your weekly update. First off, don't forget it is a long weekend this weekend, so you have an extra day off tomorrow to recognize Labor Day. So please make sure you keep your child home and hopefully are doing something fun. And we will be so happy to see all students back on Tuesday, September 2nd. All right, coming up this week, we have our first round of state testing. For my kindergarten parents, some of this is definitely going to sound new to you. The rest of my parents, you are pros by now at this. So our students take 3 rounds of testing every year. They take what's called a BOY, beginning of the year, an MOY, middle of the year, and an EOY, end of year, also known as PM1, PM2, PM3. And we use this data. It's one piece of data that we look at, though, to see if our students are growing, if they're improving in their scores. And so it is treated like a very serious, but, not intimidating, but serious test day for our students. We have our students have a very quiet environment. We make sure that we use lots of positive talk. And so a few things that you can do to help us to have your student prepared for school on these days is to have them go to bed early the night before so they can get lots of sleep, have a healthy breakfast in the morning, or have them here to school early enough so that they have time to go get breakfast and eat and not feel rushed. Be on time to school so that they're not rushing to class. We all know how that feels when we're rushing to an appointment and we're late, and we don't want that for our students. And have lots of positive talk. So just telling them, especially for this first round of testing, students tend to not know a lot of the content that's on the test because it is content for the end of the grade level that they're currently in, but we're testing it now before they've really been taught anything. So don't be alarmed if your child's test score comes back on the lower end, because that is pretty typical. Your classroom, your child's teacher should be reaching out to you to let you know what their specific days of testing are. Our 3rd through 5th graders have different identified testing days as compared to our K1 and 2 students, who they do it over a period of 2 days, and their structure looks a little bit different because they're younger. So we appreciate your help with any of that, just making sure that your student is rested, ready to go, and has that positive mindset that they're just going to do their best. That's all that we ask, and they take their time. All right, a couple other things we have coming up this week. Book fair begins on September 4th. We will have a school event in the future called Science Night, that the book fair will be open that evening when we have that event going on. So keep an eye out for some information about book fair. We appreciate your support with that, because not only does your child get some fun new books, but some of the proceeds from that comes back to the school. So to purchase potentially new books, more books for our classroom library, our media center. So we appreciate your support with that. PTA will be hosting their backyard picnic. This is always a fun beginning of the year event. It will be on the Berkshire playground/field area on campus. It is from 5:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. and it is this Friday, September 5th. So we're looking forward to seeing you here for that. Last but not least, just wanted to point out that our SAC meeting has a new date. There was a calendar conflict, and therefore we had to bump it up a day to Monday, September 8th. So please make sure, still same time, 3:15 p.m., Media Center. But please make sure to make note of that if you are planning to attend. Again, SAC is open to all, and we appreciate anyone who takes some time out to attend. Thank you so much for listening to all of the updates. I hope that you had a fabulous long weekend, and we're looking forward to a great shorter week of school. See you soon.